What's up everybody? We're up for another video. We're gonna do Resurgence Mega Boxes. Got a little bit of a smashed one here, kind of. But maybe that'll mean we'll have a good hit. Don't really know. Electrolyte short prints, what we're going for in these. You get 4 exclusive parallels per box. 8 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. That's a decent amount of cards, but for 60 bucks a box on a non-licensed product, you pretty much got to hit one of these guys and a short print or an auto. And they do have autos in these though, they all sign, so don't know how common they are in the mega boxes because I've never opened a mega box yet. But we're gonna start opening one today. Got some pack stuff in here. There we go. Let's see if first box has anything in it. Nice electrolytes. Jaden Daniels would be nice. Let's see if we can speak that into existence. I already see on the back here that we're gonna hit the player that I hit the most common out of everybody. Antonio Freeman, Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts, Eli Manning. There's our first rookie, non-retired player, Roman Wilson. There's Walter Payton on what looks like a blue disco type card. There's Quinyon Mitchell on the base and Blake Corum on the base. I have Blake Corum, Xavier Legette, Cade Stover, just about everything. So that's probably the same thing everybody gets though. Alright, Tim Brown on the base, Terry Bradshaw, I guess this is the way it goes. Steve Legette, Aaron Darnold. There's Rattler on the conductor's insert. There's Fuega on the disco. There's Drake May on the base and Trey Benson on the base. So I guess you're gonna get 4 or so retired players up front, followed by an insert or 2, or insert in a parallel, and then a couple of rookies. All right. There's Jones Drew, Terrell Davis, Munoz, McMahon. There's Braylon Trice on the refractor, so that's our parallel. It looks like we got a yellow or a gold to 225. Marvin Harrison Jr. That could have been worse. That definitely wasn't too bad. We'll put him up here. That's our best hit so far. Chris Jenkins and Michael Pratt in the back. At least Michael Pratt's in the right uniform in these. Panini's still got him like as a Packer. Alright, halfway through, let's see what we got. There's Reed, there's CJ Stroud, Torrey Holt, Jason Witten on the Glimmer and Gleam insert. Ooh, an auto out of nowhere of Christian Okoye, maybe? Looks like just a refractor auto, not numbered, for Kansas City running back. Put him up here, even though that's probably not worth anything. Followed by Chris Carter on the blue disco, Xavier Worthy, and Ladd McConkey on the back. That was the best pack yet by far, just based on the rookies and an auto. But we're gonna keep going with 2 more packs. Let's see what we got here. Jamal Charles, Fred Taylor, Brett Favre, Ozzie Newsome. There's Marshawn Lloyd on the Voltaic. Malik Washington on the disco, non-numbered. And there's Caleb Williams and Dallas Turner rookie cards on the back. Last pack out of this first box of Resurgence. Alright, got Bryce Young. It's one of the non-retired players that is not a rookie that they have in here. Ray Lewis. There's old Boomer and Joe Thomas. Hey, that guy matches this guy. Refractor, double refractor. Hines Ward on, looks less like a wave refractor. Then you got Will Shipley and Ricky Pearsall in the back. All right, let's get that cleaned up and let's go to the next one. We had 2 hits in that one, I guess you could say. 1 auto, 1 numbered. It looks like the autographed class in these, they have a lot of older players that sign, and they have a lot of rookies that sign too, so that could have been anybody, I guess. But that's who it ended up being for us, so could have been worse. We could have not got one at all. Put this refractor over here in our bet stack. Alright, box 2, this is this kind of smashed one. It's got some damage on the top. This is the one that maybe will have the good stuff in it. I don't know that we'll get another auto. That was definitely probably lucky. If I was guessing, I don't think that's going to happen very often. Not like the hobby where you're guaranteed autos even though they're trash usually. They've got some good ones in that too though, but I sure didn't see any. Box 2 of Resurgence Mega. 6 more packs. Let's get started on the top. Cooply, Walter Payton. We're probably going to get a lot of Chris Carter, a lot of duplicates. I don't feel like they do a very good job. There's Johnson, there's Jacob Cowing on the Circuit Breakers insert. There's John Randall Disco. They don't do a very good job of Adonai Mitchell and Rick Straub Jr. on the back. They seem to like to put the same players over and over again. Especially if you get their parallel or something, you get their base, I feel like, a lot. Alright, there's Terrell Owens, Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Randy Moss, and there's Joe Montana on the conductor's insert. There's Tyler Gatton on the disco, there's Bo Nix, and Jonathan Brooks. Might have to eat my words on the duplicates though. I don't feel like any of these have been yet. A couple of them have been, but not a crazy amount of them out of the first 2 packs. There's Kurt Warner, Chad Johnson, Ed McCaffrey, Ed James. There's Troy Franklin on the refractor. There's Trevor Wallace on the wave. There's Marvin Harrison Jr. and Chop Robinson on the back there, with your 2 rookies that you get on the back. Let's see what we got. And after we're halfway through here, Marshawn Falk, Lawrence Taylor, Jerome Bettis. There's Jason Kelsey on the Glimmer and Gleam insert. Oh my goodness, another auto. Radical Marks /10. Chris Johnson, Radical Marks /10. Wow. This could have been an amazing, amazing card. Now, I'm not saying this isn't amazing, but say if you whip that out and that was a Jaden Daniels /10 autograph, wow. But still, what a hit, what a hit. Wow. Darrell Revis, disco. Then you got Tyler Newman and Johnny Wilson on the back. I don't know what the odds are hitting autos in these, but I sure don't feel like going 2 for 2 happens very often. So I'm not going to run out and grab a bunch more of these just based on who my autos are. I could be completely wrong though. This Chris Johnson, maybe it goes for a lot, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Just the fact that it's not a rookie card. There's Josh Cribbs, Richard Dent, Terrell Suggs. There's Michael Vick on the Voltaic, Troy Franklin on the disco, and then you got Brian Murphy II and Sweat as your base rookies in the back. Last pack. We really need to hit a numbered card here to see if we can keep up the 1 numbered and 1 auto thing going. But a numbered auto kind of makes up for the 2 of those if you look at it like that. But got Herman Moore. I seem to hit him a lot. I've got 2 of his autos. Randall, Darrell Revis, James Harrison. There's Thurman Thomas on the refractor. And there it is, the numbered card. For some reason, this one is numbered to 399. Anthony Munoz. And then our last two is Jalen Polk and Newton. We did not hit very many of the good rookies, but we did hit some pretty decent cards. On a normal basis, you would be extremely ecstatic about a to 10. I didn't even hit a decently low numbered autograph in my hobby box that I had. I haven't seen one of these radical marks either, so that's kind of cool to see. I don't know if it's a short print or just an insert that they throw in there. So if I was picking a winner between these two boxes, you got to go with the to 10 autograph, I think. But having an auto in both is always nice. When you have a puppy in your house, it demands attention, and I'm not paying attention to it, so that happens sometimes. But hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed pulling two autos. Definitely gonna probably at least grab one more of these to see if it keeps the auto streak alive. But have a good one.